The recent critiques of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's joint interview on CBS's Sunday Morning expose a troubling trend in how the couple's philanthropic efforts are received and interpreted, particularly by segments of the British media and public. They are quick to highlight the negative reactions from a subset of YouTube users, the perceived shortcomings of their past projects, and unsubstantiated claims from the so-called royal experts. Basically, the narrative presented by critics that the Sussexes' charitable endeavors are merely self-serving or lacking in follow-through is not only misleading, but also indicative of a broader issue: the persistent attempt to undermine the couple's reputation and impact, regardless of the merits of their work. Let's dive deeper. The Sunday Morning segment was meant to shine a light on the Sussexes' latest initiative, the Archewell Foundation's Parents Network, aimed at supporting parents whose children have suffered from online bullying and the darker aspects of the internet. Instead of focusing on the importance of this cause, the criticism has been fixated on the negative reactions from a subset of YouTube users and the perceived shortcomings of Harry and Meghan's past projects. This approach misses the mark entirely, as it diverts attention from the substance of their work and instead indulges in petty, unfounded attacks. The argument that the interview was met with overwhelming dislike on YouTube as evidence of public disapproval fails to consider the broader context. YouTube, like many online platforms, is not immune to targeted campaigns and brigading, where organized groups flood the platform with negative reactions to skew public perception. Remember the petition against Harry receiving the Pat Tillman Award of Service? Well, the Sussexes, who have been the target of relentless media scrutiny and online harassment, are no strangers to such tactics. Therefore, using YouTube metrics as a barometer for the success or failure of their charitable endeavors is not only disingenuous, but also ignores the real impact their work has on the lives of those they aim to help. Speaking of ignorance, one of the most ironic aspects of the critique is the claim that Harry and Meghan are using other people's tragedies to raise their own profile. This assertion is not only baseless, but also a classic example of projection. The media outlets pushing this narrative are the ones who consistently use the Sussexes' every move to generate clicks, headlines, and revenue. The very act of criticizing their charitable work for allegedly being self-serving is, in itself, an exploitation of their efforts to serve a sensationalist agenda. Furthermore, the suggestion that the Sussexes are victimizing the parents involved in the project is both absurd and offensive. The Archewell Foundation's Parents Network is designed to provide support and a platform for those who have experienced the worst aspects of online culture. To twist this initiative into something nefarious just for clicks is a gross misrepresentation of the couple's intentions and the real needs of the families involved. In addition to that, the criticism that Harry and Meghan's charity work lacks follow-through or tangible results is rooted in a double standard that is rarely applied to other public figures. Just think of how they have been on Meghan's case simply because she has decided to take her time with American Riviera Orchard. It's no lie that the media has often demanded instantaneous and grandiose outcomes from the Sussexes' initiatives, ignoring the fact that meaningful change, especially in areas as complex as online bullying and mental health, takes time. This impatience is further compounded by a refusal to acknowledge the successes they have achieved, such as the Invictus Games, which have had a profound impact on the lives of wounded veterans. Take, for instance, the mention of Meghan's 40x40 mentoring project, which aimed to encourage women to dedicate 40 minutes of their time to mentoring other women. Critics are quick to dismiss the initiative as a failure due to its lack of visible outcomes. However, mentoring, by its very nature, is a long-term endeavor. The benefits of such programs are often intangible and gradual, making it easy for detractors to claim they have gone MIA, when the reality is that their impact is unfolding quietly and effectively. Similarly, Meghan's advocacy for paid parental leave and her response to the overturning of Roe v. Wade have been derided for not resulting in immediate dramatic changes. Yet, The expectation that a single individual, no matter how high profile, can single-handedly shift deeply entrenched political and social structures is unrealistic and unfair. Advocacy is an ongoing process, and the Sussexes' involvement in these issues should be seen as part of a broader movement rather than a standalone effort that can be easily measured or dismissed. Last but not least, the narrative that Harry and Meghan's charitable careers have been a mixed bag and that they voice their support for a number of causes, only for the said same causes to vanish from their plates as they seem to move on to the next thing, is another example of how their efforts are unfairly diminished. The notion that Harry and Meghan are very good at big ideas and really dialing up the sizzle, but who seem to struggle to actually deliver on the sausage, is a simplistic and reductive take that overlooks the substantive contributions they have made. These assessments ignore the significant challenges they face, both in terms of the entrenched opposition from certain media quarters and the complexity of the issues they are tackling. Moreover, the mention of controversies such as the African Park scandal and the ESPI award backlash is a deliberate attempt to paint Harry in a negative light, irrespective of the facts. The African Parks issue, while serious, is not a reflection of Harry's personal conduct but rather a broader problem within the organization that he has been associated with. The ESPI award criticism, meanwhile, conveniently ignores the support Harry received from Pat Tillman's family, particularly Pat Tillman's widow, the broader veteran community, and ESPN. Instead, it is focused on a vocal minority of detractors. What is often lost in these critiques is the resilience and determination that Harry and Meghan have shown in the face of relentless negativity. Despite the constant barrage of criticism, they continue to pursue their goals and advocate for causes they believe in. This perseverance is a testament to their commitment to making a difference, even when it would be easier to retreat from the public eye. It is also worth noting that the very act of launching new initiatives and speaking out on important issues in the face of such opposition is, in itself, an achievement. The Sussexes could have chosen to remain silent and avoid further controversy, yet they have consistently chosen to use their platform to address difficult topics and push for change. This courage should be recognized and commended, rather than twisted into something negative. The criticisms leveled against Harry and Meghan's recent interview and their broader charitable efforts are emblematic of a wider problem: the refusal of certain media outlets and commentators to engage with their work in good faith. Instead of offering constructive feedback or acknowledging the complexity of the issues they are addressing, these critiques often resort to baseless accusations and double standards. As Harry and Meghan continue their work, it is crucial that we assess their efforts fairly and with an understanding of the challenges they face. Their initiatives, whether in mental health, parental support, or other areas, should be judged on their merits and potential impact, rather than through the lens of preconceived biases and unfounded skepticism. Only then can we have a meaningful conversation about the true value of their contributions and the change they are striving to create. Thank you for watching.